Hi everyone, it's Eduardo here from YourFutureDream.com. The reason I thought I'd shoot this video is because most of the videos you see about making money online or working from home online or internet working or whatever you like to call this opportunity are shot by young guys driving Lamborghinis, showing off their flash cars, being very in your face. You know, this is the living the dream sort of thing, and the problem is that doesn't resonate with people of my age. I'm in my 60s, and I'm sure there are people sort of over 40 or whatever who are thinking, that's not me, and they can't see themselves and associate themselves with that environment and that lifestyle and the modern sort of in your face bling sort of reality TV type way of doing things doesn't resonate with older people like myself, and so they feel disenfranchised and feel, oh yeah, well, I've seen all this internet marketing stuff and it doesn't really attract me because I can't see myself doing it, because all the things I've seen has been young guys and young women in some cases, showing off to their mates, on the beach, etc., etc., and that's not really what I'm after. But let me tell you, as I've said, I'm in my 60s, and really anyone can do this, and age is definitely not a barrier. And in actual fact, I would go as far as to say that actually being a bit older, certainly once you get beyond 40, you'll find that you've actually got some of the qualities that are required to get into this business, which actually very few of the younger people actually have, which is why you see, you do see, don't get me wrong, you do see young millionaires by the time they're 18, etc., or their early 20s, and they're driving the flash cars, etc. But that's the exception rather than the rule. And to be honest, the majority of people that make sensible money are the more mature people, for the simple reason that you've got what it takes, and what it takes is discipline and sticking to a plan and following the procedure. And the problem with young guys, young people in general, is they tend to be a bit fickle, and they sort of, they'll try something, lose interest very quickly and decide, I'll try it my own way or whatever. Some of them are very successful at it, don't get me wrong, but the fact is that if you've got some sort of discipline, and this goes for certainly once you get beyond 40, or certainly if you've got any sort of military experience as well, I've got both. I spent 20 years in the army, and now I'm over 60. So, you learn to be disciplined, to be methodical, and to just follow the process through. And don't take shortcuts. Don't try and think you know better. But the fact is, this is a point and click and copy business. You can make money in an online business just by following the steps that others have worked out for you. You don't have to be absolutely a technical whiz kid. I mean, you can be an absolute technophobe. The fact is, if you're watching this video now, you're watching on some sort of device, either a computer or a mobile phone or something like that, so you've got all the ability it needs. You were able to click on the link to watch this video, and that's all it takes. You just watch videos and you follow the process. Don't get me wrong, I'm not saying this is a get rich quick thing, which is the impression you get from all the young lads whizzing around the Lamborghinis. It's not get rich quick by any means. You've got to put the work in. But you could probably get rich quicker using an online business than you can doing any other form of traditional business. And the reason I say that is because it's a global market and it never sleeps. It's a 24/7. You can be earning income while you sleep from people on the other side of the world in a different time zone, buying products that you recommend, or even your own products, depending on what type of business you want to get into. So it is a huge opportunity to be able to make money which you wouldn't make in a traditional business. And the other thing, of course, is you can fit it around your lifestyle. So whether you want to spend more time with your kids or your grandkids, or even if you want to spend less time with your kids or grandkids, and you want to sit on the computer and get away from them, that's fine as well. But the point I'm making is, it's not like a 9-to-5 job where you've got to get out of bed at whatever ungodly hour in the morning and commute into the city or wherever, and put in 7 or 8 hours, and then a couple of hour commute back again, and you're so shattered in the evening you haven't got time for anything else. The point is, if you spend some time working around your day job, if you're still in work, that couple of hours in the evening where you just flake out in front of the TV, for instance, just dedicate that time to moving your online business forward. Follow the steps, don't take any shortcuts. You can make this business work for you, and you can make it as successful as you want it to be. If you just want to supplement your income because you're quite happy in what you're doing, if you're retired and you just want to boost your income a little bit, or if you are not yet retired and you're looking forward to early retirement, for instance, all of these things are possible, and you can do the business to the level that you want to do it. If being a multimillionaire and that doesn't really appeal to you, well, that's fine as well. But who couldn't do with a bit of extra cash? It could be that you've got, you want a nice car, you want a nice house. It could be that you've already got those things. It could be that you've got an expensive hobby, and you want some extra money to be able to do that. So whatever drives you, age is definitely not a barrier. You need to have discipline. You need to be able to follow a process. And you do not need technical skills, because you will be taught all the things you need to know. And I'm sure, when you first started using email, for instance, you thought it seemed a bit strange because it was all new to you. But remember, everything you've ever done in your life, you did once for the first time. And you'd never previously ever done it. And therefore you had to learn it from scratch. And it's all about being motivated to take those steps, to learn those things. And let me reiterate, this stuff is not difficult. If you can, you must have, in your current job, whatever that is, whatever your life has got you to the point you are at now, you must have learnt how to do certain things, whether that's by somebody showing you, like the old apprenticeship system, for instance, whether it's even just learning in a classroom, at school, at university, or whatever, or learning from somebody when you first start a job, even if it's just by reading the manuals. However you got to that point, you must have learnt the skills you are currently employing in your everyday life. So all I'm saying to you is, this is just another skill set. It is no more difficult than anything else that you've learnt in your life. In fact, it's probably a lot easier than most things you've learnt in your life, to be fair. So just think about it. Don't be intimidated by it. It is just point and click and copy. And that's all you need to do. Yeah, you can do all the other clever stuff if you're that way inclined, but you don't need to. That's my point. You do not need to. You're following a pattern that's been set out by other people, which is successful. And you can do any type of online business you want, whether you want to sell stuff through Amazon, sell stuff through eBay, or just do, which is what I'm concentrating on, which is affiliate marketing, which is where you're selling other people's products for a commission. And that is the easiest way to get into the online business, as a sort of a dip your toe in the water, if you like, to see if you can make a success of it. And by making a success of it, what I mean is, are you disciplined enough, and have you got that perseverance, or stickability, as an old boss of mine in the army used to call it, that stickability to stick at something until you achieve the desired outcome. And that's all you need. You just need that bit of discipline to be able to follow all the steps and not take shortcuts and not skip and whiz through and say, oh yeah, it's not for me, it's not fast enough, or whatever. I want instant results, I want everything to happen tomorrow. It's like any business. You can't go and open a store downtown and expect to be successful overnight. You've got to put a lot of equity in, either financial or sweat equity. An online business isn't any different in that regard. You've got to put some equity in, as in time. You've got to develop some time to develop yourself and understand the processes you've got to perform. But as I said, they are not difficult. They are certainly not as difficult as some of the things you've probably learned in your life, like learning to drive, for instance. So don't be intimidated. Don't think, oh, it's all right for those young whippersnappers, they can pick it all up. Look at me, I'm more elderly, or I'm in my 60s, or I'm a pensioner, or whatever. Whatever you think is going to be a barrier to your progress, it absolutely is not. It's only in your own mind that you think you're going to have problems. The fact is, a lot of this is to do with mindset. If you think you can do it, you will be able to do it. If you think you can't, you won't. And it's as simple as that. And that goes to anything in life, not just internet marketing. But I'm here to tell you that in spite of all the videos you see advertising these online marketing things, it is not only a young person's game. Anybody can do this, regardless of your age. It's all about motivation and wanting to do it. So even though if you follow me into this business, and you'll see some of the stuff which I myself am promoting. You'll see there are young people, on those videos showing you how to do stuff. Don't be put off by that. Don't let it be intimidating. You probably have had other situations in life where you've had a younger person showing you how to do something. Fine, just accept that. Sometimes people are younger than you that do know more than you. That is just a fact of life in all walks of life. I know you say, as you get older you get wiser, and that is also true. And you can bring experience to things, and one of those experiences is the discipline to be able to follow things through. And that's where a lot of youngsters go off the rails and say, oh yeah, this doesn't work, I've tried it, it doesn't work, because they lose interest. They're not prepared to take the knockbacks where something doesn't work the first time, and they've got to refine it a little bit and then try it again. So providing you've got that discipline and you've got that stickability, you can make this work regardless of how old you are. But one thing I would say is, if you're over 40 or you've got service experience, having served in one of the armed forces, you will have what it takes to make a go of this. I'm not saying if you haven't got those things, if you're a youngster and you haven't been in the military, you won't be able to make a go of this, because the evidence is out there for all to see that there are indeed teenage millionaires making a lot of money online. But what I'm saying is, that's just a very small part of what's out there. Just because you're older doesn't mean you can't also have that successful online business giving you the results that you desire. Age is absolutely not a barrier. In actual fact, I know several online marketers who actually won't accept anyone into their program that is under the age of 40, because they know that those people tend to drop out, and because they haven't got the discipline and that stickability that's needed. So that's all I wanted to say. I thought I'd shoot this video just to let you know that I'm an old guy as well. I'm in my 60s now, but just don't let it phase you. You can make a success of this. And there are plenty of others of my age and even older that have been equally successful, but they're just not putting out those videos. You don't see so many older people putting out the videos out there. Let's face it, the old, putting everything on Facebook and being out there for the world to see tends to be the younger generation that have been brought up with that lifestyle, and they're quite happy to do that. So the older people tend to be a bit more reticent and a bit more not willing to put themselves out there and have their faces plastered all over YouTube. But that's fine, you don't need to do that, and you don't need to do what I'm doing now to be successful in this business. You can just sit beavering away in the background, following the steps, following the process, and still make a really good income with an online business. So that's all I've got to say for now, and I'm sure I'll be producing other videos showing you how to take some of those steps, showing you what's involved in running an online business, so that you just don't feel at all intimidated. So if you feel that's something you want to give it a go with, just click the link that's attached to this video, and just employ that discipline that you've got from the experience that you've had through your life, and know that you can do this.